There's no one else here. I'm the only one here. Well, what do you want? You want another 50 people there? Is that what you want? You should be happy there's only one person there, right? Anyway, I want to give you my results for today. So 8 auctions scheduled, and out of the 8, success rate of 4, which is 50%. And it's becoming very clear to me. We've got scripts and dialogues, schools happening at the moment for both buyers and sellers. Let's go through the most common things that I'm hearing vendors, the sellers, say to me on Saturdays. The first one is, we don't want to give it away. The second one is, we're not in a hurry. The third one, it doesn't really matter, is we don't have to sell. We can keep it, which I always remind them, I know that, but do you want to sell? And I presume you do, otherwise you wouldn't have just put it on the market. So Hash says, do you think the market will drop off at this point? Well, the market's already dropped off. Hash, the market's already dropped. In the areas that I'm operating, it's dropped 10%, maybe 15%. But yes, as Luke Moroney says, I did sell 2 properties at incredible results. One was in Russell Lee and one was in 5 Dock. So that one, Luke, was not Ashfield, it was in 5 Dock. And they both sold for around $3.2 million, thereabouts. And there was strong bidding on those properties. So that's interesting. The ones that were 3 million plus sold. Well, it's very clear to me, if you've got a nice house that you can move in and enjoy, and it's in a really desirable spot, they're selling. They might not be selling with the craziness of previously, but they are selling. And then we come to the other properties, the ones that have got a little bit of a cross on them. What's a little cross? A block of units next to them looking down on it. A busy road. A layout that is not user-friendly. So any of those properties that were being sold in the crazy times are now getting passed in. So 4 out of 8. The other thing I'm going to talk to you about is pricing. It's becoming clear to me that real estate agents are actually often now overquoting. Exactly right, overquoting. And sometimes it happens because vendors don't disclose to the agent that they're going to accept a certain figure. So what's going on is you've got this lack of communication between vendor and agent. And often that communication is caused by lack of trust, where the vendor doesn't want to tell the agent what their lowest acceptable figure is going to be. So you've got an agent often chasing a number that's not achievable. And then on auction day, the vendor says, oh, I'll take this. But of course, by that stage, you have got a campaign that has probably been tarnished. So Hash says, I'm thinking of selling my house in Victoria and hopefully buy a cheaper one later on this year. Not a bad strategy. Sell high, buy low. You're not going to sell at the boom, but you're still selling at a time that you've got buyers that have got reasonable borrowing power. That's changing, of course, every time we get a price increase on interest rates. Buyers are being re-rated. You've heard me say that many, many times before, but it's becoming very clear to me that right now we are operating in a marketplace that vendors are saying the same thing. Let me give you some of the scripts that the buyers are saying. This is what the buyers are saying. The market's dropping. There's plenty of others for us to pick from. It's over my budget. There's no one else here. I'm the only one here. Well, what do you want? You want another 50 people there? Is that what you want? You should be happy there's only one person there, right? Anyway, guys and girls, that's the story. That's the thing that we're leaving. Now, I can tell you there is a record number of appraisals taking place as we speak. I've had one of my clients tell me they have 30 appraisals booked in next week. What does that mean? Leading indicator. More appraisals equals more listings. More listings means that potentially we could have in August, September, a lot of stock on the market, which, again, demand and supply may soften prices a little bit further. My personal view is most of the reductions in Sydney and Melbourne have already taken place. That's what I think. Anyway, guys and girls, I'm signing off. Have a great weekend.